I don't have the main lights on. Just got my desk lamp on. I don't know, I just felt like, you know, gotta turn on the mood lighting. Big mood. Well, I don't know, I mean, you guys, well, if anyone actually watches this at all, you won't be able to see the lights, of course, but I don't know. That's just how I'm feeling today. It's kind of been, well, last week was a long week, and now I'm back to work this week, so yeah, I don't know, just want to chillax. So, I guess, yeah, what better way to chillax than to write some more code for this project, right? I mean, I don't know, I feel like this is a great way to relax. Yeah, last time I restructured a bunch of the code. I think I also changed this. I might have done this off camera. I actually don't know. Yeah, this is also, this is just showing the tile set dimensions. Actually, I don't remember doing that off camera, but if I did, then yeah, I just showed what I did. That all seems to work. The last thing I want to do here is actually not this. I actually don't care about this half width stuff. I don't think it's that important. The important thing here is that we return the tile data and the tile map dimensions and whatever else we need. So the way that I see it is, okay, so I have this is the Tetris example. So the way that this is divided up is basically, here's a bunch of logic for creating like meshes and material and stuff like that. Here's the actual logic for instantiating the like entity, and then up here is everything that I've shown so far. So what I want to do is make sure that this stuff, like tile width and the map width and height, are returned from like this upper part of the logic. This stuff is actually not so important. This comes in, I think, later. Yeah, down here. This is the only place where those things are used, as far as I can tell. But yeah, this stuff here doesn't need to be tied to any of this logic, so it could be passed in. And the rest of this stuff doesn't really have any dependency on the previous code. So what's nice about this is that I can just have this be its own self-contained function. And that's pretty much exactly what I want to do. Now, I guess first things first, we need to figure out what we're going to be returning here. Which means that we're probably going to want these tiles, or this tile data. And then we're going to put that in an OK. But the OK is going to have a struct in it. I don't want to just return like a tuple of everything, because, I mean, as nice as tuples are, they don't really... I feel like they're not very type-safe solutions most of the time, because, well, they don't have any like tag on them or anything. Like any, like, well, I don't know, maybe that isn't quite right, but if it's a tuple of like, you know, named things, then I feel like I might as well just promote it to a struct. I don't know. I've been feeling less and less like I really want to use tuples all that often. I mean, they are nice to have, though, so yeah, it's just, I mostly feel like either go with a tuple struct or tuple struct, I don't know, however you want to pronounce that, or just reach for a regular struct. Alright, so the last thing we need to do here is create the tile map data. So this is it's going to be kind of tricky. Well, I'm just trying to think. Tile map dimensions takes a width and a height, and right, I did determine that any U32 will do here. It's fine. There's no real constraints on that, as far as I know. I guess there could be some constraints, but at this point we wouldn't really be able to enforce them, I want to say. Well, anyway, I'm going to worry about that later. Right now we're going to worry about this guy. I'm not going to construct this tile map tiles right here. In fact, actually, I want to look at what tile map tiles is exactly. Because if I'm not mistaken, tile map tiles is probably... Oh, it's... Oh, no, it is a component. Yeah, I see that component here. If I remember correctly, the latest version of Amethyst supports being able to just, you know, derive component for stuff, but I don't have that version because I'm on a older but stable version of Amethyst. Or I guess more stable version of Amethyst. It's really hard to say that any version of Amethyst at this point is really stable. It's still a really new library. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that tile map tiles is a component, and the other thing, yeah, tile sheet dimensions also actually has to be a component, so I didn't think about that. I'm gonna have to make sure I implement that for this struct later. Also, tile map dimensions happens to be a component. I didn't know that. At least implements component. But yeah, here's where we actually have to generate tile data. Thankfully, I'm going to be putting everything in this file instead of splitting it up all over the place. I feel like having everything in the tile map module, or that's related to tile mapping, kind of makes sense. So yeah, we're going to be re-evaluating this logic here that I wrote a while back. And yeah, I'm not going to be constructing a tile map tiles here. I think I'm going to construct that in there, and then I'm going to return that, because I kind of feel a little bit more comfortable doing it that way. Man, the difference between like tile set dimensions and tile map dimensions is like it's really very small. I guess you read these things and you're not entirely sure what's different about them immediately. So I don't know if I could do something to better name these, so it's less confusing. But for now, I think I'm just gonna leave it. There's a lot of things where I'm just gonna be leaving things alone. Yeah, so you are gonna be leave it like that, and we're gonna do generate tile data. So generate tile data is not going to return whatever it was returning before. It's gonna return something completely different. It's gonna actually return the tile data. And we're not going to do this vector thing that I did last time either. I feel like that was... this was when I didn't really understand how to use iterators very well. And so I was just like, nest all the for loops. I don't know how to do this. It was kind of confusing trying to, you know, work with like the borrow checker with all that other stuff going on. So this time I want to make a very serious effort to not have to do that. To resort to all these nested for loops, and hopefully this will come out a bit better. I'm not actually sure if I'm gonna like really gain anything from this, but I mean, we'll see, right? So type inference is not strong enough to figure out what the hell's going on here. It just knows that it's an ampersand, or like a reference to something, but doesn't know what. And I think where we're going to begin is by turning layers into a iterator, into iter. That's our first step. Second step will probably be... Okay, so we want to get a vector out of this, basically. If not a vector, then some like collection of this type. And as far as I can tell, it should just be a bunch of maps. Because yeah, there's no, like, in this conditional, we're only pushing one thing or we're pushing the other thing. It doesn't really matter. So I want to say, yeah, layer. So we're going to call it .map. Borrow checker will help me out here, I'm sure, because I'm not very confident in what all these things are. I think if I into iter, I take ownership though, so I should be okay. Oh wait, no, I can't take ownership because it's a. I'm borrowing the map. That doesn't work. Okay, we're gonna worry about that later. Let's get the core logic out here, and then we'll play with the type checking a little bit later. So we're gonna have we're mapping over the layers, and for each layer, we're gonna map. We're gonna keep mapping. We gotta keep going. This might actually be a. Now that I think about it, this is probably also a into iter or iter of some sort. Into iter. I don't know. We'll go with that for now. I'm starting to have regrets. I'm not sure that this is actually more ergonomic in any way. Ooh, interesting. So I have rows, and I'm also going to be trying to get the layers. Huh. Alright. That's fascinating. Yeah, this is what I was thinking would be kind of terrible about this, is we still got this like a rightward drift, or this almost like callback hell kind of situation, no matter how we slice it. So yeah, we're just gonna be doing a bunch of nested map calls, I guess. So this is in layer.tiles. Oh wait, no, I am wrong. This is where I call layer.tiles. Layer.tiles. We get our rows. So for rows in layer.tiles, we get well, we have to do another one of these things, another into iter. Oh, I almost forgot to include parentheses, because these are method calls. Alright, and this will be another map, I guess? Yeah, I guess it's another map. This one will be tile. I actually don't like this solution anymore. I consider this a good solution up until this point. Now I don't really like it anymore. It's kind of ugly. I don't really know what the better solution would be for this though, because I mean, you really do have to kind of go through all this stuff. It's a bunch of like nested lists basically, and I just don't really know what's a good way of traversing something like that. We don't have ternary. I have to remember that. We have if expressions though. So what I should do is something like if tile is not equal to 0, then return this big thing. Oh. Actually, you know what? We'll just we'll return one of two options. Yeah, I'll return that. Else return the same thing. We're gonna put a, I guess, semicolon here. And then I can collect the entire thing into like one gigantic vector, I guess. Turbofish to the rescue! I've seen like a lot of people trying to get rid of the turbofish syntax, and No one's really been successful with it. I think there's some ambiguity because of some really silly syntax decision made by the Rust people, the Rust folks. And that's why Turbofish exists. And despite its rather endearing name, it's not really a good thing, but I don't know, it's kind of cute. It's a cute name. Don't really know what else to say. Alright, and you get out of here. You're just a comment. Alright, so this code obviously won't work. It's actually... is it more compact? I think it might be a little bit more compact, but it's also kind of ugly. All these into itters are kind of gross. But I also know that I can't do those into itters because I have to take ownership of something that I have, I've only borrowed. Unless, yeah. Yeah. I can't. I can't just, like, steal ownership. It's not how it works. It's not how it works. That's a good thing, because I still need that map for later. Are you... Really? What's this? What's that width and the scope? Did I do something wrong? How's that width? Oh. Oh, okay. I think, if I'm not mistaken, what have I done? What have I done? Wrong file. Yeah, I closed the other ID because, well, I actually bumped up the heap space for IntelliJ, so that shouldn't be a problem if I have to run 2 again, but some parts of my computer are running really slow with both of them open, so I decided to kill the other one. What was I doing? I was looking for the width, tileset width. Yeah, here we go. It was this thing? Tileset image, not width? Yeah, okay. Tile width. And I'm doing that somewhere, right? Yeah, I am doing it here. Fetch tileset dims. So I take the tileset dims and I get tileset dims dot width, tileset dims dot height. That should be okay, I think. These are clone, so we're okay. Yeah, or not clone. They're copy. Well, copy clone, I think. They should be both. Doesn't really make sense not to be both. I think if you implement copy, you have to implement clone anyway, if I remember correctly. Unused imports, but that's not what I care about. We care about this. Oh. Well. I'll just recover that. I don't know why I don't just like look at multiple compilation errors at once. I just have to like, well, I don't know, I find it easier to go fix one at a time because sometimes you fix one thing and another one fixes itself. I don't think that's going to be the case here, but, you know, that's just how I felt. Does it really let me into iter this? I don't think so. That doesn't make sense, right? Oh, cannot be built from a bunch of iterators, huh? Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, this is not an iterator, I think. When I call out tiles, I'm pretty sure that's not an iterator. I'm pretty sure that this layer.tiles is a vector, so I have to turn it into an iterator. So all these iterators need to be collected, I guess. It kind of sucks. Actually, it does make this a little bit more verbose, after all, in the end. What's this saying? U32 cannot be dereferenced. Oh, I guess I don't have to do that. Am I really allowed to just into iter all this stuff? No way. I don't believe it. I don't believe that for a second. It's probably the borrow checker hasn't kicked in yet. The borrow checker will kick in, but not yet. has not kicked in just yet. Collect cannot be built from an iterator of map into iter vec 32. Okay, yeah. Pretty sure that I need to also collect these guys. So you become a collect, I guess. But what do you collect into, though? It's a good question. I'm not entirely sure. I thought I didn't have to collect all these things, though. I thought that was, like, unnecessary. Because I was able to do something else with, like, what was it? It was, like, the sequence function in Haskell. I did something kind of tricky like that with collect once and it worked. But this time it's not working, so I guess this might be a case where type inference is a little bit too weak to handle this case. It's a little bit sad. It's okay. We'll deal. That does mean that I need to figure out something here. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hang on. Okay, what's going on here exactly? So this guy is a vector, right? And we're mapping over it a bunch of stuff. What if I... Okay, I have an idea. I definitely have an idea. Because this guy is going to be a vector, but I don't want it to be a vector. Oh god, there's too many type signatures. I'm getting ideas, though. What I think I need to do is just convert some of these into flat maps, but I don't know how many. Probably just this one and this one, maybe? That makes sense to me, but I don't know. Okay, here we go. Can't move out of borrowed content. Yep, that's what I thought. That's what I figured was going to happen. So I have to do a dot iter. I don't have a choice. This one's a dot iter. And this one can't be an into iter either. So this one will be an iter as well. I don't know about that last one. I might be able to get away with just... Okay. What if I do this? I should be able to do that, I think. Oh, look at me. I'm a genius. So good. I used my knowledge of functional programming to figure out that, yeah, this is just a... This is basically just one gigantic monadic do block. So these had to be the flat maps, and the last thing will be a map. It's just a desugared monadic do notation, and that's literally all there was to this. I'm a god. So good. I'm too good. I'm sick. Let's go. Is there anything I want to do about this first? Oh, I do want to make this line the actual thing. Yeah. So I guess before I just move on here, I'm gonna throw in some extra curly braces. We're gonna make this look a little bit nicer. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. And then this guy's gonna look like this. There we go. Everything is good. And I think it actually ended up being more lines than the original code, so maybe this wasn't worth anything. Let me think. Okay, I'm going to count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This is 16 lines. And what was the other version of the code? The other version was... where was it? It wasn't here. It was here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh wait, I shouldn't count those two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, this ended up being longer. I actually don't think this was worth it. It probably wasn't worth it. Oh well. I did it. I did it. I feel proud. I feel proud. I did it. I don't think it was worth doing though. But I'm stubborn and I want to keep it, so I'm keeping it. I mean, I guess to be fair, I don't have to like. Well, I mean, it's kind of ugly if I don't. Yeah, if I don't break this out over multiple lines, it looks really ugly. And I did break it out over multiple lines here, so it'd be kind of. Yeah, it would be kind of cheating to compare the two if I didn't break it out over multiple lines like this. So yeah, I think that where we're losing most of our lines, or where we're ending up more verbose, is in all these itters slash into itters. Definitely, if we could avoid those, it would have been a lot nicer. But well, I guess what I could do is I could squish this into one line and then squish this into one line. And squish all this into one line. Yeah, I could do it like this. This would work. Because it is kind of boilerplatey to do this into itter stuff slash itter stuff. Oh, I could also just I have an idea. Can't I just do this and get rid of that? I think that's a little bit less verbose, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and I also type U32. Oh, okay. Oh wait, because I already did the dereferencing, that's right. I don't need to dereference. I can't dereference that. Yeah, there we go. So this is a more compact version, I guess, in a way. It's a little bit rightward drifty, though. Not my cup of tea, but... oh well. And this collect belongs to this guy up here, so that's why it's indented all the way in there. It does compile. I don't really know if I want to just return a raw vector of f32 for like that. Doesn't seem like the smartest idea around. What I think I want to do is actually store this result in like a construct a whatever around this. If that makes any sense. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just saying words at this point. And yeah, so much casting here to floats. I'm not really sure if it really matters that much that I'm using float 32 versus like float 64. I heard that float 64s actually are faster on like modern machines, and 32-bit floats are probably slower, but also consume less memory. So yeah, I'm not really sure what I should be doing here. But man, this logic it's hard to read. I don't know, I'm just trying to think if there's a better way I could have handled this. I have one. I do have a better way. It's called split over the... yeah, like this. There we go. I like that a bit better. That's at least a bit more readable. IMO. I don't really like that I'm just creating these like arrays of 4 elements. Seems a little bit like it seems a little bit less type safe than it could be, but maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just being silly. Because I want to wrap this up in like tile data or whatever. Yeah, I might want to call this like tile data. Then, because what am I ultimately collecting it into anyway? I'm collecting it into a... oh, I forgot. Tile map tiles. Okay. And then that has to get stored in a dense vector storage. Okay, yeah, that does make this a little bit more tricky, actually, now that I'm looking at this. I do want this, for sure. But I'm not sure this is the exact implementation I want. This is kind of tricky. So I should probably go to bed soon. I'm gonna ignore this component stuff for now, just for a little bit. And yeah, like thinking about it, like this ended up being so much easier for me to think about now than for me to think about back then when I didn't know what I was doing with Rust. Like, man, holy cow, this is like, I was like, duh, just do all the flat maps until the last one, which is just a map. But yeah, I just need to figure out this one last thing, like the tile map tiles. I kind of want to just construct them right here. And just like wrap this entire thing in that. Let tile data equal this, I guess. I could call it. Yeah, okay. I don't know. That's what I'm going with. I call it tile map tiles. Tiles is tile data. My concern is that I can't put something in here that isn't also a component, so if I try to wrap this in like a type safe wrapper, there isn't really much point, I guess. I mean, technically this already is like a type-safe wrapper anyway for this thing in here, so I guess I don't really care. Yeah, I'll just call this tiles, and then we can just omit that. We can do like the cute little, you know, small constructor thing here. And then instead of returning this, we'll just return tile map tiles. Alright, there we go. I think that should be sufficient. It shouldn't complain about that, at the very least. Yeah, it's fine. I'm getting better! You see, when you first start writing Rust, you're just like, oh, I'm getting hassled by the compiler, help. And then, once you get it, you really get it, you know? You just... you're just like, yeah, I know this is gonna compile, or like, I'm like 80% sure it will compile. And then when it doesn't compile, you're like, thank God it didn't compile, because everything probably would have blown up in my face. So, yeah, I don't know. I really enjoy. I really enjoy writing Rust. If you couldn't tell, it's just it's a nice feeling to know that the compiler's got your back, homie. Actually, looking at this is like, ooh, that's the right word. Driftiest code I've ever seen. It's a little bit unfortunate. I don't know if there's a nice solution for that kind of thing, though, in Rust anyway. I actually don't really remember all that much about what this code is actually doing, now that I think about it. Instead of passing in two U32s, why don't I just pass in the dimensions and then get the things out of the dimensions as I see fit? Doesn't that make a lot more sense? I think that makes a lot more sense. Let's do that. Am I in the right file? I am. I guess this is a lot more compact than I thought it would be. Yeah, let's just pass in the tileset dimensions, or no, let's not pass in, let's borrow the tileset dimensions. Ooh, look at me. Borrowing things? Who do I think I am? Whoa, spell that right, at least. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna actually use a tuple. Because I can. Oh wait. Never mind. I'm gonna use a tuple struct. Can I pattern match with this? Oh, I might have to use a ref keyword if I want to do that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can't do that. Is that what it's called? Is it called tileset width, or is it just called width? I think it's called width. Yeah, it's called width. Well, there aren't multiple heights in here, at least, so that's nice. Just kind of keep everything self-contained and use width and height here as I see fit. Is that going to be okay, or is it going to complain? It might require me to use the ref keyword here, honestly. Oh, did I declare that as private? I did. Didn't I? I sure did. Oh. I'll just do that. It might require that I declare these as public as well, though. No, it doesn't. Just the type. The type needs to be public, but everything else doesn't have to be. Interesting. I have all these unused functions now. It's crazy. It's crazy once I actually start using them. But yeah, there we go. Everything up till now seems to be working tickety-boo. It's quite nice. Yeah, I'm actually relatively pleased with how this is shaping up. So, generate tile data is going to return tile map tiles. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, tile map tiles. And that's what this is. And then we're going to just return pretty much all that stuff. So, I don't know exactly what we need from here. I'm not sure if we even need the map around still. We might be able to actually just drop the map at this point. Once we calculate the half width, half height stuff. I don't really feel like that is something I want to do here, but I mean, it's the only place where I actually have the map, so it might make sense to actually do it. Because I can't pass the map out of here. Well, actually I could. I could pat the map out of here. Did I say pat the map? I could pat the map, but I don't really want to. I could pass the map out of this function, and that might be a good idea. This could be made cleaner. Yeah, sure. Well, is this cleaner? Is what I have down here cleaner? I'd say it's a fair bit cleaner. I mean, like this. I like this. I like looking at that. That looks a lot nicer. I'm so proud of these flat maps. I figured it out. I figured it out. Yeah, I would say this is fairly clean in comparison, I think. Yeah. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, hello. Hello. Don't think I didn't see you there. We have a partial function here. Good news. Bad news. Yeah, what happens here if we use this? If we use this divide? I don't know, man. I don't feel comfy about this divide right here. This divide makes me very uncomfortable. I'm not a huge fan of partial functions, and I know that divide in Rust is partial, so I'm gonna have to handle that, because this is asking to blow up at some point, basically. That's annoying. Okay, I'm gonna make a note on this. To do. This is a partial function because of divide. There we go. I'm gonna have to address this at some point, or at least I want to address this at some point. I guess most people would be like, yeah, this is fine. Me, I'm a bit different. I'm like, no, that's not fine. That is not okay. Also, this is not okay. I just realized this. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? To do partial function due to divide. Wow, I didn't think about any of this stuff. My goodness. Is there any other place where I'm dividing stuff? I'm gonna make a safe divide. You know, that's exactly what I'm gonna do right now. Where is my... There we go. I call it safe divide. Actually, I'm just gonna make like a general utils, I think. Yeah. I'm gonna call this utils. I'll make a mod for that. Mod utils, and here we're just gonna define safe divide. Safe divide takes, I don't know, I didn't think about this. This isn't something I thought about particularly hard. I have to like implement this for all numeric types, because I can't just like yeah, I don't want to do just, you know, define a divide function. Okay, I have a goal in mind here. Let's not get too sidetracked. I want to to do implement safe divide. Can't believe that's something I just never even noticed until now. Like, what am I doing? I'm crazy. What I wanted to do was I wanted to return the tile map tiles with... I want to do something like this. Return tiles and tile map dimensions and tile set dimensions. And I don't think there's anything else. I think we're just going to call this struct tile map info. Yeah, so it's going to have tile map dims, which will be a tile map dimensions. We're going to have tile set dims, which will be tile. Whoa, did I seriously just... Yeah, see, here we go. I mixed them up. And they are fairly compatible too, which is kind of scary. Yeah, you have to be really cautious about these kinds of things. I wonder if there's a way to, you know, use type safety to your advantage to make that a little bit less dangerous. I didn't feel good about that. Tile map tiles. Alright, that should be pretty much everything that I really want out of this. Now we're going to create a, yeah, we're just going to create a tile map dimensions. Tile map dimensions. Do this. We use a cute little fancy constructor. Yay. On second thought, I might want to just call this tiles. Well, that might be confusing. I don't know. Some fields are missing. Tile map dimensions. Oh. I see. Tile map dims, tile set dims. There you go. You okay with that? No? Oh, because I call it tile map dim. Really? What am I doing? I should be calling this tile... Go to tile map info. There. Cool. Alright, I think that's a pretty good stopping point for today. I don't really want to go any further than that, I think. Yeah. Wait. What do you mean mismatch types? Oh, because right. Thank you, compiler. Almost missed that one. Anything else? Anything else? Can't leak a private type. Am I leaking private types? Tile map info is private. Is it? Really? I don't think so. Oh, it is. I thought I made it public. Okay. Maybe I made something else public on accident. That was my bad. Well, everything is public now. All the types are public. So, there we go. That should do it. We got a bunch of warnings, but I think we're making progress, finally. Next time, we're going to try and clean up these partial functions, I think. I'm not really a huge fan of those. And I'd rather clean them up now than, you know, run into division by 0 errors later. Because I'm a dumb.